Elon Musk just dropped a bombshell, and it surprised everyone. The long-awaited Robotaxi will officially launch in 2026, charging just a measly $0.25 per mile. But it comes with a catch. So far, Uber and Lyft are already panicking, and for good reason, which is because Tesla just launched a way where people can passively earn just by owning one of these taxis. So let's uncover what makes the new Robotaxi so innovative. And before we dive in, do subscribe to our channel if you want more tech updates. Introducing Tesla's Robotaxi. When it was first announced, the world was stunned. Tesla has always been surprising us with their amazing self-driving cars, but now things are about to change. With a car that drives all by itself, requires no personnel to be driven around, and runs safely and efficiently. It's so crazy that it would make even the traditional ride-sharing obsolete. Now, Tesla's 2026 CyberCab Robotaxi is going to change urban mobility forever. Elon already confirmed during the third quarter's earnings that the mass production of the Robotaxi must be done. He calls it the CyberCab. The initial response? Well, the world wasn't enthusiastic since Cybertruck was a bummer, but this CyberCab is completely different with a unique design.
Model Ys and the CyberCab, all driverless. You'll be able to take a ride in the CyberCab.
The mass production will start in Q2 of 2026, and this timeline isn't just an optimistic prediction. It might just come into reality. Tesla's unboxed production line is already being finalized at the Gigafactory Texas, with hundreds of engineers hired for this division. Things are already at their all-time high, and this isn't a prototype or an experiment. It's happening right in front of our eyes. And even companies like Waymo, which already master this type of business, are at an all-time risk. We'll share why later in the video. But first, we have to talk about the $0.25 per mile, which is the original game changer for the Robotaxi. The extremely low cost. At just 25 cents per mile at the lowest. Let's get the elephant out of the room. Not every cab would be just 25 cents per mile, but it would go as low as that. Nevertheless, this is an amazing feat that Elon wants to hit once his new service is launched. But here's where things get interesting. Then there's the ever-so-popular Cybervan, which will actually take that price down to even 20 cents per mile.
The cost of travel down to, 5-10 cents a mile.
The average Uber and Lyft fare in the United States can cost anywhere between $2.5 to $3 per mile, which isn't cheap by any means. With time and inflation, this cost is increasing. People are always complaining about how difficult mobility has become, which is why most will resort to the subway. But we all know what subways are like in cities like New York, always filled with some sort of crimes and dangers, making it less safe for all the passengers. Even Uber pool rides would rarely drop below $1.2 per mile. Waymo, the company that moves on this very autonomous taxi business model, also couldn't hit that low of a number, which is just insane to think about. Compared to all the competitors, Tesla's rate is around 90% cheaper, without a driver, surge pricing, or even involving tipping, which is what will suit a large number of people. This pricing could redefine how people commute. Just think about calling a Robotaxi for a 10-mile daily travel to work or even the gym. It would only cost $2.5 compared to Uber, which can go above $20 easily. Elon has already given a massive importance to the fact that CyberCab was designed from the ground up for full autonomy, making it the first vehicle that was ever built without a steering wheel or even a pedal. While the absence of these components might seem dramatic to some and have potential safety concerns, the truth is they are heavily involved in cutting the manufacturing costs as well. And according to Tesla, their unit price will hit just around $30,000 target price, which is one of the most important factors behind why they would like to achieve their $0.25 per mile fare.
We expect the cost to be below $30,000.
During the same announcement of the Robotaxi, Musk revealed that Tesla's first batch of Robotaxi cities would incorporate Austin, Texas, Phoenix, Arizona, Miami, Florida, Las Vegas, Nevada, Los Angeles, California, and San Francisco as well. And we don't know if you've noticed, but all these cities have many things in common. There are things like predictable weather, a proper EV infrastructure, and already existing testing zones made for Tesla's full self-driving FSD software, which we will cover a bit in the video. Musk has also hinted that by late 2026, Tesla plans to expand to 8 to 10 metropolitan areas, with international markets being targeted in 2027 to 2028. But with each rollout, they will follow a geo-fenced model, which is quite similar to what Waymo Waymo was doing with its early-stage cars. But here's where Tesla has a huge edge, and something that Waymo cannot simply adapt underneath. Tesla doesn't just rely on LiDAR or a massive number of sensors. Instead, it runs on a very unique vision-based neural network, powered by what they call the FSD V14 software suite. And this is how they will achieve greatness in the world of autonomous cars. FSD V14. When it comes to FSD V14, we won't get too much into the technicalities because it can get sort of tedious. But just to let you know, it is called the human-level driving software, and it's already here. Version 14 marks a turning point for the company, and with this update, we get reasoning AI, an extra layer of advancement that allows the car to understand context, not just react to real-time visual data that is being fed to the system. Just think of it as a difference that is as good as an algorithm, and a driver that can actually think for itself. What could this mean for Tesla? You see, the Robotaxi can now interpret complex real-world issues like recognizing that a pedestrian waving at a car isn't just a hazard. Maybe he's greeting someone else. Let's say that a cat is on the road. The car will automatically slow down a bit. Moreover, if there are cyclists that are roaming around the streets, the car will adjust lanes for their safety. Musk has already been stated that the FSD is at least as safe as a human, and likely even safer because it won't make mistakes like a human. While that's a bold claim, Tesla backs it up with statistics. According to the statistics, Tesla's fleet has logged over 500 million FSD miles, feeding the neural net with data that can only be gained through real-world experience. Soon, those miles will then increase exponentially when the CyberCabs hit the streets. And before we uncover the insides of a CyberCab, please subscribe to our channel if you want to stay up to date with the latest breakthroughs in technology. Inside the CyberCab,
with no steering wheel, no pedals, no controls.
Designed for autonomy, the 2026 CyberCab doesn't look like any other tax or car before it. The main focus here by Tesla was how to make it premium while making the cab as cheap as their car. However, they managed to make it futuristic, and software was the biggest part of it. Inside the cab, you won't find any steering wheel, pedals, or even clutter. When passengers get inside, they are greeted with a panoramic glass roof for an open, airy feel. 2 ergonomic lounge seats that are designed for comfort and an easy cleaning process. Then comes Tesla's own infotainment system. With this screen, you get Netflix, Spotify, and navigation like never before. But there's something else that most people miss with the new Robotaxi, and that is personalization. Whether it's temperature, lighting, seat angle, or your choice of music, the cab will automatically adjust everything according to the passenger's saved Tesla profile. Remember, earlier we said software is key here? This is what we meant. The car communicates using an onboard AI voice assistant, providing trip updates, estimated time of arrival, and even safety notices in case something happens. But then, the most impressive part is where CyberCab's interior materials come in. These are engineered for durability and even self-cleaning. This means that there would be less downtime between rides, which is a small yet crucial benefit for Tesla, which wants to maximize operating at scale. The new Tesla unboxing process is also something that surprised the world. This process was developed at Gigafactory in Texas, where Musk has finally decided to part ways with the traditional car assembly line. Instead of building the car sequentially from start to finish, now Tesla will construct individual modules in parallel. We will start from chassis, interiors, and electronics, and after that, they will be unboxed into a final structure. You might be asking, what does Tesla hope to achieve by making things more complex for them? Well, this would cut assembly time by 40%, reducing factory space and cutting down costs like a pro. This is the plan for mass-producing the $30,000 CyberCab. The magical $0.25 isn't something that Tesla would achieve magically. Rather, the FSD system, the assembly line time cut down, and their efficiency are something that made them reach this figure. This very figure is now threatening to collapse the entire ride-sharing economy, and businesses are devastated to see what will happen in the long run. So, what does this mean for large companies like Uber and Lyft? The competition disruption. You see, Uber and Lyft have spent over a decade trying to make their driver-based business model profitable, and if a company like Tesla comes to disrupt that industry, it could potentially erase them. Despite millions of users, both companies rely on high fares, driven incentives, and surge pricing that are not ideal for this type of business either. But Tesla's Robotaxi network breaks that model. Without any driver, no tips, no commissions, they're making everything work with their code. Just think about how much money Uber and Lyft have to pay to their drivers, and a lot of other issues that are involved with it. And now, just cut that very cost. Replace it with an autonomous vehicle that cleans itself. That's Tesla for you. Tesla will own the entire value chain, from vehicle manufacturing to software and even service delivery. But for existing ride-sharing companies like Lyft and Uber, this is devastating. Here's why. Uber's cost per mile includes the driver's pay, which is around 60%. Lyft's margin depends heavily on human-driven capabilities. But moving on to Tesla, their cost per mile is purely operational. Electricity and maintenance, that's it. At scale, Tesla could reach massive profits, even at their $0.25 per mile, which Uber and Lyft would collapse trying to reach the same level of intensity. Passive income model. But here's where Elon Musk will destroy everyone. Owners of FSD-equipped Teslas will soon be able to add their vehicles to the Robotaxi network when they're not using it. This would turn their idle time into passive income. Their new car, one that will be priced around $30,000, also comes with the new FSD version. Let's imagine a scenario. A user drives to work, parks his Tesla, and instead of sitting idle all day, it joins the local CyberCab fleet, completing rides autonomously. By the time the person is done with his or her work, the Tesla has already earned them money. Musk has previously estimated that a single robotax could generate up to $30,000 in annual income, depending on where it was utilized. This decentralized autonomous ride-sharing is the future of taxi and passive income. Do you think robotaxi will make existing ride-sharing companies obsolete? Let us know in the comments below, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like these.